Hey Wenbu, we're going to go and break down your front ones. You've got quite a few of them, so we're going to go and probably just dial in and figure out a couple that we want to go and deep dive. Changing conditions and changing jumps, especially when you're going and traveling to a different place to snowboard, is one of the hardest things about snowboarding. And it's like that change in snow and just the different way different resorts build jumps can make tricks really hard, especially if it's a trick you're still getting comfortable with. So that's completely normal, but we're going to try to get you some steps dialed in to make it so next time when you show up to a jump, you'll have more concrete movements you can do, so hopefully you can go and feel more comfortable faster. So the main 180 that I want to cover is coming right up, right here. So this one I think is your best 180 that's in the video, and there's a few reasons I'm saying that. First of all, the setup carve is really nice. Good line on the toes, switching to the heels not too early. A bit of pre-spin, but honestly not too much, and you're still leaving off your tail. Upper body rotation continuing the whole time, and leading the rotation of your upper body, and most importantly, pulling the front shoulder down, landing both feet at the same time. It seems like you slipped out there a little bit. I'm assuming that's just because you hit the knuckle, or you had a bit too much rotation coming in, so you landed a little bit too rotated and weren't able to slow it down. But by all means, this was a good frontside 180. The only thing that you would need for this to be a perfect frontside 180 is a bit cleaner of an edge line with a little bit less pre-spin. So just a little more disconnect, and that's a big issue we're seeing in a lot of these front ones, is you're really relying on pre-spin to get them around. So that's your two main issues is your pre-spin. So notice how you're just going up and you're sliding off the jump. This one you're sliding off and not getting your snap off the tail, making it so you just go through the jump. And your other issue is you're landing tail heavy. So that one you just hit the knuckle. Knuckles suck, but you're coming in like this quite a bit. So we're going to break down why that is, and I'm going to give you some potential solutions to how to avoid these takeoff mistakes. So the first thing I might add is you might want to do a bit smaller of a setup carve. So you're cutting across the slope still a pretty decent amount for a front one, and that's going to just make it harder to control. So see how you're going and drifting across the slope? I'd go and just narrowing your setup carve, making it so it's like almost a straight line, and then you're coming up. That's just going to make it so you don't need to go and be as dialed in for switching your edges, making it more forgiving. Because the reason why you're having trouble holding an edge here is because you have too much sideways momentum that you're not going and dispersing into going up, and that's causing you to drift. And if you don't have edge pressure in place when you're going off the jump, when you rotate your upper body, your legs are going to follow because there's nothing gripping and stopping them from doing so. So narrowing your setup carve, and that's going to let you hold your edge in and then get more grip, making it so your legs don't follow your upper body as much. Other than that, your takeoff here is honestly pretty good. Not too much drift, leaving off, not full extension, but I'm pretty happy with this one, making me think that your main problem is just not pulling your upper body into it. So I just a little more edge pressure, a little more pop getting up, and a little more getting your upper body into the landing. I'm going to show you two examples of my frontside 180, and I'm going to tell you how I think you can implement these differences into your frontside 180s. So first, here's a front side one. Oh, we are doing that next. So a frontside 180, popping up, and okay, watch it full speed. We'll watch it full speed one more time, and then I'll break it down. So the first thing we want to look at is the setup carve. You can see that I'm going with not very much sideways momentum. I'm just coming in super delicate. That's going to make it easier to lock onto my edge. And I'm also going and squatting down a little bit more to load my edge onto my heels. Let's actually go back to your video a little bit, because that might be one of your problems so one of your problems here might be you're a little bit too tall. You're not fully loading your weight onto your heels. It's also not giving you much room to extend and pop off. So that's just a little something you might want to note, but it's not the main purpose of this video. So I'm squatted down, and that's what's letting me hold that clean edge line because I'm keeping my pressure on my heel edge. And then the one thing that you're really missing from your takeoffs here is this extension up. So see how I'm extending and fully snapping off my tail here? This is going to really help me get up and with the arc of a jump. And that's why I'm able to then pull in my upper body and lead the rotation and also slow down my spin. Because when you go up with a jump, you just have so much more control. Or if we go over and compare it to one of your frontside ones here, you're going to see that you're going and not really generating any upward momentum. You're just going sort of through the jump and not popping up with it. So that popping up is going to be really important for taking your control to the next level. And the best way I think you can do that is by narrowing your setup carve, because leading the rotation of your upper body and getting everything in the right position is all going to work so much better once you start going up with the jump. What brings me to a possible cheat that can make your front ones feel so much better, and this is honestly when I have the unfortunate circumstances of needing to do a frontside 180, this is the way I like to do it, and that is the hard way front one. Hard way front ones are a lot easier for a few reasons. The first reason is you can't pre-spin a hard way front one. The only thing you can do is preemptively jump, but still, if you're preemptively jumping, that means you're extending your legs, so you're getting that arc of a jump more commonly. So here, you can see that I'm leaving off a takeoff a little bit early, but because I'm going off my toe edge, it's not possible to go and pre-spin, allowing me to get that full extension up, making me go more up with the jump. The other reason why I really like the hard way one is it lets you go and lead the rotation a lot with your upper body. Because you don't need to go and worry about pre-spinning, you can really get your upper body rotated the whole way, letting you go and finish rotation with counter rotation. And this just makes the trick really easy. I'm just going to make myself big for a second and demonstrate this. So when you're doing a front one, normally you need to stay connected, locked on the heels, sunk down, and then you're popping up and extending like this. So it's like a slow tech motion to pop and pull down. But when you're doing hard way, you literally just go, put your weight forward, open, and then this position you can literally hold on a toe edge, so then you can just pop up and then rotate into it. I'll demonstrate it when we're here. Constant rotation, so toes, heels, extend, and now doing it off hard way. I can just go heels, toes, open, 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 pop up. Your biggest issue you have with hard way is it's going to be really easy to do a two-footed jump. So just go and play around with it on the slope, start feeling around on the tail. But if you're looking to you want to get a cool looking front one, you want them to be easier, try the hard way front one. The main reason we learn the normal front one is because it helps with frontside 360s. But if you want to just get comfortable with the actual trick of the front one, hard way is a good way because then you can get more comfortable in the air, more comfortable with the counter rotation, getting both feet landing at the same time, slowing down your spins, and then after that you can go back to a normal front one and focus in on that takeoff. Because that one front one you did was really good, you're just missing that little bit of up that's going to put you up and get you into the landing more often and let you control your rotation so when you land, you're not going and continue your spin. Let me know if this helps, and let me know if you need any more feedback.